Uh-huh. I can hear the sound of the sheep. That's a signal that today we will be learning about the wool. Do you know? It's a natural hair grown on sheep and is composed of protein substance called as keratin.
Keratin. I think I have heard a lot about the keratin treatment in the advertisements. What's actually this keratin?
Well, if we talk about the sheep, keratin is a structural protein that is the primary component of wool. Keratin is primarily composed of amino acids forming long polypeptide chains. In humans, it is found in hairs, nails, and also found in lining of internal organs.
Wow, well, that's an interesting fact. But I was just wondering how this wool keeps us warm.
Wool fibers have a natural crimp that creates air pockets, contributing to its insulating ability and spongy feel. The crimp and overlapping scales of cuticle trap air, making wool an excellent insulator, keeping the wearer warm in cold weather.
Let's explore how wool is made. Wool comes from sheep, and once a year it's sheared from the animal. The process of removing hair from sheep is called shearing. Shearing is a delicate process done by professionals to avoid harming the sheep or damaging the wool. The hairs which are extracted is called fleece. The wool fiber is graded based on its quality. The highest quality fleece obtained during the shearing is used to make worsted yarn. Worsted yarn is used to make flatter, lighter, and smoother fabrics such as those used for traditional tailoring. The shorter fiber obtained from sheep is used to make woolen yarn. Woolen yarn is used to make thick, heavyweight woven or knitted garments. These fabrics are ideal for warm winter jackets or sweaters. Before wool can be processed into yarn, it must be washed to remove the bulk of contaminants from the raw fiber, including dirt, wool wax, salts, non-woven protein material, skin pieces. Scouring involves washing wool in a detergent solution, rinsing the fibers, drying the clean wool. During scouring, wool is passed through a series of bowls containing water and detergent. It's done using acids to remove the cellulosic impurities from the wool. This process involves combing the wool fibers to untangle the locks and clumps of wool and separate the wool into individual fibers and align them in same direction. This makes a wave-like structure, and then it's pulled into long thin stripes known as sliver. Sliver is the untwisted rope-like fiber. Before the newly formed wool top can enter the spinning stage, it has to be made some 40 times thinner by drawing it down into a fine sliver called a roving. The roving is then spun to form a yarn. The spinning process extends the roving into a continuous strand of yarn which has a specified fineness indicated by a count number. A sufficient twists are inserted into the yarn to bind the fibers together, so it is strong enough to withstand the strains of subsequent processing. Dyeing can occur at several points during the wool manufacturing pipeline depending on whether the wool goes through the woolen or worsted process. Wool can be dyed at the fiber, yarn, fabric or garment stage. Once the dyeing is done, it can be sent to the knitting machine, weaving or can be made through binding.
Hello everyone, I'm going to inspect the wool now and tell you some of its physical properties. The color of the wool fiber could be white, near white, brown and black. Its length range from 35 to 250 mm. Luster of coarse fiber is higher than thin fiber and it has a soft feel when you touch it.
Come, let me show you the microscopic view of wool. This is the longitudinal view. Now let me show you the cross-sectional view of the wool.
Hey guys, I'm gonna give you the insights about wool's mechanic properties. The excellent quality of wool fiber can be stretched up to 50% of the original length when wet and 30% when dry, and it has good flexibility.
Hi everyone, come let's talk about some of its chemical properties. Wool is very absorbent. It can absorb up to 30% of its weight in water without feeling wet, but its strength decreases when wet. When wool is attacked by hot concentrated sulfuric acid, it decomposes completely. It is in general resistant to mineral acids of all strength, even at high temperatures. The chemical nature of wool keratin is such that it is particularly sensitive to alkaline substances. If you remember, cotton swells in caustic soda, giving it a good luster, but wool gets dissolved in caustic soda. Strong alkaline affects wool fiber, but weak alkaline does not affect wool. Don't let your wool be wet for a long time. It might get affected by mildew.
Wool can shrink in hot water, so it's best to wash it in cold water with a dental detergent. For dry clean only garments, take them to a professional dry cleaner. To safely iron wool, turn it inside out using a pressing cloth and set the iron to a low setting. Keep the iron moving and use steam to release wrinkles. Wool yarn is a versatile material, and due to its warmth, softness and durability, it can be used to make a wide variety of textiles and clothing, and it is popular material for centuries. Beyond apparel, wool is used for carpets, upholstery, bedding, and can even be found in industrial applications like filtration and insulation.